All right, it's Monday and my first day of freedom, and it's not even 7:30, and I've already been up for a couple of hours. So, gonna have to break that cycle. I don't want to sleep in too much, but it'd be nice to sleep in every now and then. But it is absolutely great that I'm not on a plane right now. So, I want to kind of go over my finances. A lot of people have been asking, how I'm going to do this. I'm actually not retiring. There's no way I could. I'd literally just have to live out of my Jeep with very little food. If I did that, I'm just taking off for a year, and then I'll figure out what to do beyond that as far as income. And I probably will wipe out almost everything that I've saved up to date, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. So I had to pick a time frame where I thought I would have enough money to be able to survive for this first year. And one thing that I have to take care of is everything back at home. And I don't have any credit card debt, personal loans, car loans, anything like that. 401k loans, I couldn't have that anyway because I just quit. But I do have my home, and the reason that I've decided not to sell it or rent it is because I don't know how this is going to turn out. But it's just a modest ranch, so the mortgage payment is not really all that much. And my buddy is going to be staying here while I'm gone, which is great because he's going to house sit and take care of some of the expenses, and so I won't have to pay for those. But I still need to pay for the security and the Wi-Fi because I'd have to pay for that anyway because I want to keep that in my house. And then I also have to pay for car insurance. I'm going to have to pay for a phone now, which I haven't had to do in 20 years. That kind of hurts, but got to make sacrifices. So in addition to that, there's probably a couple little expenses here and there, but so I know what that's going to come out to for the next year until a year from now. And I have that money set aside, so I'm not going to touch that. That has to carry me through. I mean, if I dip into it, then obviously I'm going to have to cut everything short. So regarding the house, the reason that I'm going to keep that is because the payment isn't really all that much, and I don't know what I'm going to do in a year, and I'd rather not sell it and then regret it, since my buddy's going to be supplementing some of the stuff regarding the expenses of the house. It just made sense to keep it. It's kind of hard to buy a house when you don't have a job. And it would be nice that if I cut my trip short that I could come back to a home base with a garage and do work on my Jeep. And beyond that, I'll just figure out what I want to do. So, but the biggest expense while I'm out on the road is going to be gas by far. So I'm estimating at least $7,000 over the course of the 8 months that I'm on the road. And that factors in basically that I only get about 14 miles per gallon. If that loaded down, I probably won't even touch that. And then I haven't really figured out a trip yet, but I kind of have an idea of where I want to go. And I factor in the fact that gas prices are going to start to go up with the summer coming. Gas prices in Alaska and Canada are super expensive, so I've looked at that as well. And let me show you real quick the route that I'm thinking of and show you why I think gas is going to be as high as it is. I'm looking at probably 20,000+ miles. So if I took a direct road route to Alaska from where I'm at in North Carolina to Anchorage, obviously that blue line is for a flight, but that gray line is the taking the roads. So that alone is 4,300 miles. If I was to do a round trip, that's 8,600 miles. So then if I take a route that I'm considering, which is down towards Florida and then over to Texas, back up to South Dakota, back down to Arizona, and then into California, and then take the coast all the way up to Seattle and then through Canada into Anchorage. And that there is 8,300 miles. And then from there, from Anchorage, if I were to go up to Fairbanks, and I plan on going actually above Fairbanks to the Arctic Circle, come back down through Canada, maybe make it up to Yellowknife depending on the year or time of the year, and just some other areas up in that section of Canada, and then back down to South Dakota, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And then up back through Canada to come back down through Vermont, since I've never been to Vermont, and that would be my 49th state. And so that'd be kind of nice to hit that on the way back. So that part of the trip right there is just over 10,000 miles. So since I'll be taking a lot of side roads and I'm not going to be taking direct, so all these trips that you see here, these are all direct trips, and I'm going to be taking the road less traveled a lot of times and also detouring. So because of that, it's going to be way over the 19,000 miles that this trip shows. So one thing that I do plan on doing when I'm out there is, and I don't know why, it's just something that I'm interested in doing just because it's out there and it'd be easy money. In South Dakota in October, they do the sugar beet harvest, and it's 3 straight weeks, 12 hours a day, but you can earn about $3,000 in those 3 weeks. So I figured, why not? Be an easy way to earn some income, maybe even extend the trip a little bit or have some money in my pocket when I get home. But it's more out of interest than anything else. And if I see anything else that's not that long of a work pattern, I might actually consider that as well. But I'm not counting on it. It basically, everything that I have right now will get me through without working at all. And we'll see how it goes, but that's pretty much everything. I have some income coming in. Luckily I had some ETO that I didn't use, so I'm going to get our vacation time. I'll get paid for that. I'm going to sell my blue Jeep, so that's some money coming in, and then I've got some other things trickling in, like tax refund and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it, and I'm going to keep looking at it, make sure I'm squared away as to where I need to be. If push comes to shove, and this is an absolute last resort, I have a ton of open credit on credit cards, which I don't plan on dipping into at all. If I do, I'll have about 12 to 18 months to pay that off, because I do have a credit card that always offers me free transfers and free or no interest for 12 to 18 months. But that's an absolute must. Not being in credit card debt, it's an absolute incredible feeling. It took me forever to get out of it, and I don't ever plan on getting back into it. So we'll see how that goes, but that's my fallback if I absolutely have to count on something outside of what I've already got saved up. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to, well, it's got a long way in the day yet. I don't know, probably take it easy today and just enjoy my first day of freedom. And then next couple of weeks, actually 4 weeks, really get going on setting everything up. And I'll do a couple more videos on some updates, as well as answer any questions that people might have regarding finances or anything else. Give me ideas for maybe what you want to hear. I can definitely talk about other subjects of interest. So thanks for watching. Check out my other channel, IDGAXJ. And on that channel, I'll be posting a lot of stuff about updates that I'm doing in my Jeep, including finishing my setup, getting my hatchback tarp done, my hatchback tent done, and some other things that I'm working on. It's going to be a month-long event, and I need to get ready, so I'll be showing all that on the other channel. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and talk to you soon.